Hello my guys, gals and non-binary pals, welcome back to another video. We're just gonna start a game. We're gonna do another Titanfall talks. The reason I'm doing this right now and I haven't uploaded in 3 months is something that I will now explain. I'm also not very good at wording, so this might take me a little bit. The reason I am doing this is because, you know, I've just been feeling a need to create again, to like make something, and I really wanted to make more on this channel. I wanted to make more like let's plays, more like skits, more just stuff in general. I just want to create something, which, like, you know, like I'm a very creative person. That's what I do. That's how I express myself. That's how I, you know, don't go insane. And here I am in the middle of quarantine going insane because I'm not creating anything. I do have a new kind of job-ish thing. I'm working for someone named Ghost Princess. I'm editing some of their videos, so check them out. So I'm creating a little bit, but nothing like for myself, you know, like nothing really for this channel, nothing for myself. I'm not seeing like something from the ground up. I'm not recording it, editing it, and then posting it like I used to. And I remember that being like one of the best parts of YouTube, is seeing something that you made and basically just raising it and building it to what it is and sending it out like it's a little package into the world. And I'm sad I haven't been able to do that. And another thing is, I think the reason I haven't been doing it is because I recently have always been so pressured about needing to meet a certain standard of video quality. And when it doesn't look like it's going to reach that point, I kind of just give up. I say I don't want to do this anymore, because if it's not going to be better than my last video, what's the point? If it's not going to be the best, why do it at all? And that's such like for a creative especially, that's such an unhealthy mentality to have. That's such a like horrible disposition. And wow, that's laggy. Is that laggy? It's fine. Listen, it doesn't matter. It matters a little bit. We'll change the settings. Good enough. So, anyways, I was saying that's such a horrible mentality to have, because you're never going to be able to like continuously do better. You can't always be creating your best work. At some point, you're going to hit a certain part of your career and you're going to be disappointed with everything you make because it's not better than the last one. That happened with me for photography for a little bit. Like, I started creating these like amazing pieces. Like, I started taking these like great pictures, in my opinion, and I finally got one. It was a beautiful picture of like a squirrel, and it was sitting like right in front of me, and I got like this amazing picture of it. After that, nothing matched up to that point. Like, nothing compared to it. I couldn't do better, so I just kind of lost interest. And I think that's kind of been happening for a while now. Like, I realized, okay, this isn't as good as my last work, so why bother? And then I just recently went back to my first video ever, which was one of these Titanfall talks, and then I saw myself in these basic bitch edits. Like, it was just cutting. The cuts were too early. They were not even really consistent. My audio was crap. I was using a different camera. Like, everything was awful on that video, but I still posted it. That's the thing. I still wanted to put it out there because I didn't realize it was bad. I didn't realize, like, from today's standards, I didn't realize that it wasn't like a perfect video. And I kind of want to get back to the point where I'm okay with putting out my work even though it's not my best work. I mean, I obviously want to try my best and like do the best that I can, but like, you're never gonna have your best video every time. Like, Markiplier or Current Gameplays, they don't improve every single video. Some videos are worse than others, and some of those worst videos are placed after those better videos. It just happens. Like, you can't set your standards so high that you don't get any progress done, and that's what I've been doing. I think I really want to just kind of like start over and find a way to create games where it's just genuine and it's just me, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it not being perfect. And I know this is a lot of rambling too, probably. This is probably a lot of things said over and over and over again. And I don't even know if this will be in it. I don't know if I'll be overcome by that emotion. And this will be like just for me. Like nothing else is going to happen. Like I'll never post this maybe. I hope that's not true. I hope I like get the courage to post something bad, honestly. That's actually exactly how I want to phrase it. I want the courage to post something that I'm not necessarily proud of, because I want the ability to recognize that not all of my work is going to be my best work, because there's only one best work in my mind. There's only like ever going to be like one piece that takes the cake, and it's unfair to expect myself to constantly raise that standard over and over and over again. Not constantly raise it, but to constantly meet it over and over and over again. That's unfair to myself, and that's unfair to anyone who's interested in watching these videos, because if there isn't watching these videos anymore, because like I'll never get anything done if that's the situation. I will never be able to produce any content that's worthwhile. I don't want that. I love creating. I need to create. It's like this visceral thing in my life where like I need to create something. I need to like be active, like artistically and creatively active. And that's the thing with the death of Unis Honest. If you guys don't know what that is, you'll never know. So Google it somewhere maybe, or like I don't think you'll ever figure out like truly what it was about. But it was such an amazing channel, and they created things so beautifully. I picked up so much editing tips and skills from them just from watching, and it made me want to make something every single time. And every single time I'd be like, oh, this isn't good enough for the channel, and that's not necessarily true, because looking back at that first video, anything is good enough. I should be like a lot more like proud of what I put my time into and stuff like that, and like how it turns out. Even if it doesn't turn out good, I still want to recognize that it has worth, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like I've just been stuck in this rut for a while. Maybe it's quarantine, maybe it's not, but like, I don't know. I really don't want to lose the motivation I've had for video editing and doing YouTube and stuff like that, because I know I can make a career out of this. I know I have that in me. I know I have the ability to make this a sustainable job, and I really don't want to lose that because of myself. I don't want to be cutting my nose to spite my face anymore. Like I just want to create. I don't want it to be so difficult. I don't want it to be like a pain in the ass for myself to do so, you know? Wow. What a time. What a time. Wow, wow, wow. On the other hand though, Titanfall, what a good game, right? What a fucking banger, dude. Like what an awesome game. God, I love this game. I know this is what you've been waiting for. I know this is the perfect quarantine content you've all been craving desperately. Yeah, instead of hee hee ha ha's, you get, oh, look at me. Oh, that's a really bad joke. Oh, look at me, I'm depressed. Feel bad. Give me likes and views. No, I don't. I'm not doing this for views. I honestly just wanted to talk about it, because like there is definitely something to be said about being genuine on the internet, and how that will just make the experience a lot better. Like the reason the last couple episodes of Unis Honest were so special was strictly because they were genuine the entire time. It's because they didn't turn it into some bit. They didn't like make it some like acting thing, like some sketch. They made it very, very genuine and very close to the heart. And it was Mark and Ethan speaking. It wasn't like these characters Unis and Honest speaking. It was like actually, you know, people talking about what they were passionate about and talking about their emotions and stuff like that. And that made it beautiful. That made it good. So I want to make transparency in these like Titanfall talk videos. Like I want to make that very real, if that makes any sense. Very unfiltered, very raw. No funny cuts, no like major edits, just me talking about this. Even if it's not for like anyone who's watching, kind of just for me. so I can look back at this and see where I was at and understand how I was feeling then. Because the reason I'm making this is because I was watching the first Titanfall video. Like, I wouldn't have done this if that wasn't there, if I didn't end up seeing that. And that's the thing, I really fucking miss just doing those like once a day videos where it was these title of shitty shit post videos where I would just like play one game and I would make this stupid thumbnail, this really dumb thumbnail that sometimes had absolutely nothing to do with the game, and there would be no fancy edits. It would just be like cheap cuts. It would just be cheap, shitty cuts, and maybe they wouldn't get views, they wouldn't get like likes or anything like that, but like it was fun to do. It was genuinely fun. It gave me something to do. It gave me something to create. It gave me like something to focus on, and it was amazing. It was so good. It was so like pure in my mind. If that's, I don't know how I like to describe it other than that, but it was genuinely just amazing. I loved it. I think that's all I've got for the Titanfall talks thing. Like that's kind of it. I just need to work on dealing with my own expectations and, you know, like lowering my own expectations for myself. And if I don't meet my expectations, that's okay, because I still made something good. There we go. That's it. That's the English I was looking for. Moral of the story: be kind to yourself. Don't expect more than you can give. This is your best. This is your worst. Don't settle for right here. But don't always expect, no, this is my favorite pen, it's almost out of ink. Don't always expect to reach here. It's okay to get somewhere in the middle. You shouldn't always expect it to be at the top of your game all the time. That's unhealthy. You gotta be somewhere in the middle of your best and your worst. Never settle for your worst. Don't always expect yourself to be at your best. And yeah, at least for me, that's my mentality. Thank you all so much for watching if you have up until this point, and I will see you in the next episode, whenever that may be. All right, peace.